The University of North Alabama has been educating students in the music and entertainment industry since 1975. One of the first programs of its kind in the country, and the first in the state of Alabama. We've got a lot to be proud of as we celebrate the program's 50th anniversary. We want to share some of the alumni and their UNA stories.
Networking is not just meeting people. The follow-up is so key in that. And it's also getting to know people, not on a surface level, but really digging in and building relationships with people within the industry is what I've built my whole career on. Hi, I'm Kodi Chandler, and this is my UNA story. I work for Hill Entertainment Group in Nashville, Tennessee. I am the Director of Business and Client Development. So within that, I strategize innovative opportunities for our entire roster, which includes Rodney Atkins, Rodden Rose, Emily Earle, and Kyle Daniel. I also run day-to-day operations for Grand Ole Opry member Mark Wills and co-manage recording artist and Apple radio host Tiara Kennedy, who's also an Alabama native. And I also run point on the Naomi Judd estate and was her day-to-day the last year of her life. I grew up in Caddo, Alabama, which is a little community between Decatur and Moulton, Alabama, and grew up in a business that was an entrepreneurial family that was in the swimming pool business, and grew up in church, singing in the choir, playing the piano for the church choir and the drums also, and was in the marching band for West Morgan High School in Trinity. My uncle is a band director in Auburn for a high school there, but besides that, we weren't musical. You know, I grew up loving music, loving the history of music, and decided that I was going to be the music guy in our family. So looking back on choosing UNA for college, it's one of those things where I didn't even think about any other colleges. I went to the senior day there. I fell in love with the campus, fell in love with it being close to home. And it was just kind of from that moment I was like, well, this is it. This is where I'm going. Being in the entertainment industry here in Nashville, I run into alumni from the entertainment program all the time. Just last week, I ran into one at CRS. You know, we say our hellos, we network, we have worked together on clients. There's been throughout different parts of our careers, different jobs that we interact on a daily basis at times. Whether it's people that are at labels or other managers or booking agents. There's a lot of us here that we definitely have a network that you can always call someone up and say, hey, what are you working on? What's exciting, going on with your career right now? What artists are you excited about? Let's see how we can collaborate. And I think that's what's important. The UNA Entertainment Industry Program definitely prepared me for my music career, my entertainment career. Being here in Nashville, there is a lot of us, and networking and the people that you know from the Entertainment Industry Program has really helped me. For one, it helped me get my foot in the door at WME when I was there. It also, just the classes and what you learn is invaluable in that program to what we do every day. There's so many bits of knowledge, and having the professors that have so much experience in the industry really helps guide you and set you up for success within the real world. I remember Miss Malone telling us, network, network, network. And I remember writing that on the top of a notebook page one day. And I think that could be a whole class, because networking is not just meeting people. There's so many situations in this industry where you go to these events, and the follow-up is so key in that. And it's also getting to know people, not on a surface level, but really digging in and building relationships with people within the industry. It's when something doesn't work for my artist, knowing that so-and-so down the street, this is a perfect thing for their artist. Let me call them up, and that comes around. The most memorable moment from my time at UNA, the professors took us to all the different studios, all the different museums in town, and it was such a memorable moment because I'm such a nerd when it comes to pop culture and music history. Like, I love digging into the history of bands and artists and studios, and it really made me appreciate the Shoals and what the Shoals is and the rich history that's there. That's become part of who I am in my career every day too, knowing that I went to college in a town with that kind of history. There's something just magical about the Shoals with music. People don't realize the history that's there and what it feels like, you know, and go into all the different places and studios like that, you really get a sense of that, I feel like. While I was at UNA, I was a member of the Grammy U program, and one of the first events that they did that I actually brought my mom and we went to was the Civil Wars here in Nashville. And it was on Music Row in the roundabout, and we came up and got to see that, and it was one of my first times as an adult to Nashville. I came as a child to the Grand Ole Opry many times, but it was one of my first times as an adult to Nashville, and it was just one of those moments where I was like, this is where I'm going to be. And it was just really cool because it was so UNA focused with the Civil Wars playing and the Grammy U membership from UNA, and it was just a really cool moment and something that stands out in my head. My advice for someone pursuing a career in entertainment would be to take the plunge. Always just take the plunge. Whether it's moving to a new city, whether it's applying for a new job, whatever that is, just do it. You're not going to get your dream job right off the bat. You have to work towards that every day. You have to build what you want out of this. You have all the tools. UNA's prepared you with all the knowledge and all the tools that you need. Go get it.